And in later on, after in the 80s, it was reorganized as the producer manufacturer of radars. We started as a manufacturer of military radars, mostly, and were rather successful. First radar was produced in the early 60s, and since that time we produced dozens of radars, mostly military, and we became the main participants of a number of governmental and national programs. For example, we've been involved into designing and production of air defense missile system S-300. We created the LEMZ system for Russian space shuttle named Buran. And all that led to the interest to our products all around the world. This picture shows some countries where our products were delivered. As you can see, there are more than 50 countries which now exploit our products. Not just radars, but ATC systems, meteorological radars, landing systems, ASIM, GCS, multilateral, and so on, so on. Of course, we've been involved into important foreign programs. For example, right now we are on the stage of implementation of a huge product in Egypt, where we supply more than 20 radars, non-military, civil radars, for ATC purposes. 16 air route radars and 5 aerodrome zone radars equipped with primary and secondary radars, and also with meteorological channels and ADS-B systems. Besides radars, we supply and install ATC systems and VCCS systems in Egypt. Here you can see the names of the objects: Sharm el-Sheikh, El Qasar, Aswan, and others. I'm sure that those names are well known all around the world. This is another example. This project in Sudan was rather important for us because we not just delivered our ready-made products, but we established a service center for this country. So this is about the transfer of technology and construction of the production center itself. We also trained the customers' specialists. And now they enjoy their own labor. They modernize and repair the early, previously delivered products themselves. Those slides depict our production facilities. As you can see, we have a lot of workshops equipped with modern state-of-the-art facilities. And as you understand, we produce almost all units and sub-units of our system, starting from the printed circuits and up to the assembly of the ready-made articles. Here is the picture of our Hercules chamber. As you can see, it is rather big, so we can roll in ready-made articles on chassis with huge antennas and adjust antennas completely in our enterprise so that the customer doesn't need any further jobs on its own site. Climatic chamber, where we perform all types of climatic tests. The new direction of development for us is the production of composite materials. Here you can see an example of antenna reflector made of composite materials. For us, and maybe for Indonesia, this is rather important because these composite materials are characterized through their stability and capability to withstand different climatic conditions from minus 60 up to plus 70, which is very important to keep the symmetry in different conditions. Now we are participants of important governmental programs concerning military production, civil radars, double-purpose radars, and meteorological radars. This is an example of our air route double-purpose radar, which is supplied both to Russian aviation as a civil product and to Ministry of Defense. An example of air drone terminal area zone equipped with primary, secondary radars and ADS-B systems. Our ATC radars has one important feature. They're equipped with gearless electric drive. Right now, I shall not spend a long time on this particular article because the chief designer of the mentioned radars, Mr. Ifrema, will tell you in details a bit later, but here you can see the picture of this gearless drive. These are examples of the radars installed in different climatic zones of Russian Federation. For example, in the left, this is Vorkuta. You can see the temperature lows up to down to minus 45 degrees. And to the right is another example of installation, our second radar in Sochi for the Olympic Games. I'm sure you know 4 years ago there were Olympic Games in Sochi, and there we installed our secondary radar, Lira. So it operates there on the seashore with very high temperatures. Example of our meteorological radar. We have radars for three bands, S, C, and X bands, which are mostly used by meteorological services of different countries. And another direction of development is the systems for airfield and aerodromes. We have ACGCS, multi-alteration systems, and now we are on the final stage of testing of our own surface movement radar, X-band solid state. All our products are certified by Russian certified bodies and supplied serially to airports all around Russian Federation. This is an example of ATC center. And for example, ATC center in Irkutsk, it's directly in the middle of Russian Federation. This is the huge center which controls the zone of which is almost equal to the territory of Indonesia. It integrates the surveillance information from more than 20 radars and other surveillance means. Examples of ATC towers which we develop and construct. And this is the picture of our double-purpose radar Sapka, which may be performed both as a civil product, red and white, and military product, green and white. Well, in brief, that is all, and now we're ready to answer your questions or your further straight to the products MSSR and ASNGCS.
Teman-teman yang mau ya. Silakan teman-teman kalau mau langsung berdiskusi dan bertanya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kismai Mr. GM Flores Well, LEMZ crew, welcome to Bandung. Introduce to you, Tugiti from Airnav Indonesia Medan. Interesting for your presentation, clear and good as well. But I would like to say and share some experience and condition as well at Airnav Indonesia, such as facilities like navigation, surveillance, telecommunication as well. So anyway, excuse me, name presentation, call you. Name, excuse me. Constantine. Call you Constantine. Yes. Okay. I would like to know about your product, except navigation and surveillance, such as telecommunication. For example, very high frequency as well. Our company at the moment I had need as a contender you our vendor at yet or at the moment. As a specialist, particular, I mean, very high frequency. So to limited product for Airnav Indonesia, because Airnav Indonesia more important to looking for product not yet only sell, but should be after sell, such as TOT, guarantee as well, or transfer of technology. So for the LEMZ, for me as to Airnav Indonesia, new contender and new thing and something to someday to me looking for the best quality as product. I think enough. Thank you for your answer. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Cuma nangkep semua supporter.
Ngomong apa sih?
Dia nggak nanya. Nggak tahu. Makanya gue lagi
Ngomong apa sih?
Mas
Bro, ngomong apa sih Mas Bro?
We should be able to answer. Well, we're trying to comply with all modern, most strict requirements, both ICAO, Control, and other organizations. And don't forget that we still produce and manufacture military products for the Russian Ministry of Defense, which is famous for its most strict requirements to the quality of our products. That's why we always keep on to certain standards, always. This is our mission, to prove very high quality. And concerning the ATC systems, radars, ASMGCS, and all other systems which may be delivered, we always guarantee the customer the warranty and post-warranty support. Concerning the quality of particular parts of the radars, I would like to say a few words. As we mentioned before, for example, our Given's electric drive is extremely reliable device. There's almost no part in this device which can break down. During 9 years of operation of the radars equipped with this Given's drive, we had no examples of critical failure or breakdown, which led to the stop of radars at all. So, but of course, we always keep our customers with sufficient quantity of spare parts, documentation, and our support technical groups are always on site at request of customers. So please make sure that we shall not leave you as the customer with our radars and get away with it. No. We shall guarantee the post-warranty service, quality service, deliveries of necessary spare parts, modernization, if any, and these, yes, and these deliveries and technical support will take place during the all the lifetime of the articles. That is at least 15 years. Concerning the transfer of technology, yes, we are interested in this direction of our cooperation. We are ready to transfer not just hardware. We ready to discuss the possibility of production at your territory of most technological parts like receivers and transmitters, for example. Did I answer the question, or are there any other issues?
Okay, thank you, Prof. Clear. But not mention question such as communication facilities, very high frequency. Why the line produce telecommunication facility?
Just a moment.
Orang gawe masih bisa. Ya, gawe rada ada orang bikin radar tanya telco.
We really to answer. LEMZ does not develop or manufacture VHF systems as independent articles. Of course, we supply with our products, we supply the needed communication facilities, but we not produce them themselves. We have subcontractors.
Okay, thank you. why the question is one for me because Airnav Indonesia aim many vendor to propose for Airnav automatically the price less for Airnav Indonesia particular. And it is a concern Airnav Indonesia accept safety as top priority. I think thank you.
Mungkin ada pertanyaan lainnya.
Mas.
Silakan.
Thank you. My name is Rahmat Hidayat. I'm from Jets. I want question about your product, the radar. You have a product terminal area and route, right? Terminal area and route. And two kind type different. This question is, what different this product? Because the presentation, your product is SR and SSR, right? SR and SR two kind right? Terminal area on and road. What different? And two, and your product rather is accommodates about mode S level. Your product level 1, 2, 3, or 5. Okay. Can you explain us?
From 1 to 4.
Okay.
If you mean S5, no.
Okay. And three, your new technology about reducer rotation. Okay.
Just a moment.
So we will open the other presentation to address your questions.
If you don't mind, we shall start another presentation of EU radio soccer. It will be more convenient for you to understand and for us to tell you about the specific parts of the radius on the example. Okay. The conventional ATC system used two types of radars. And this conforms to the attachment antenna of AKO, to the surveillance systems for traffic control, in the airport zone and on air routes. Air radars characterized through their far zone of detection. And, this extension detection zone is more than twice in comparison with terminal area radius. And as you may be aware, the ICAO requirement is to provide more than, or at least 360 kilometers detection zone. The terminal area radius must have detection zone of 120 kilometers. Accordingly, the time of update of data is different. So the requirement of ICAO for surveillance data to a route radar is not more than 10 seconds. And for terminal area radius, this time is between 4 and 6 seconds. And the requirements to the accuracy and resolution are always different for a route and terminal area radius. For terminal area radius, it must be not worse than 225 meters. For a route radius, 250 meters. The detection zone by altitude is also different. For a route radius, it's 20 kilometers. To terminal area radius, from 6 to 10 kilometers.